Welcome to my charts today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Tuesday, the 13th of July, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar index, remembering this is my weekly, my daily, and my 60-minute chart. Above the cloud we're bullish, below the cloud we're bearish, and it's a long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market with the corresponding point and figure targets. So we see here on the dollar index, we've moved back into medium-term bullish territory. We need to break this 94 level on the dollar index to make a higher high to see a resurgence in the dollar. So for the moment, we are short-term bearish, just falling away a little bit over the last few days, but the medium-term transition is interesting, and just watch for that new high above 94. The euro is sinking lower on the medium-term chart, but has had a little bit of a resurgence short-term. We do have a downside target of 2.5% lower to 115.48, so that's quite key. And the dollar against the yen is holding that 110 level, so that's quite significant. Sterling, we're sitting at 138.63, very much in the doldrums against that renewed dollar strength. We look here over the last few months, we see really that we've gone sideways after quite a resurgence in sterling. We're pausing for breath while we're seeing that stronger dollar. And against the euro, we're nudging that 117 level. Sterling is still bullish on all three time frames against the euro. Bitcoin sitting at $33,000 has really been stuck at this level now for quite a while, back into short-term territory this morning, but interestingly we've just got to hold that $30,000 mark. The S&P 500 index is up 1/3% last night, and the Nasdaq was also edging higher. The futures are down slightly today. Not enough change in the future really to call the market any other way than it'll open flat at the moment. The VIX volatility is actually up at 16, but still relatively low across the course of the last several months. FTSE future is up 0.2%, and the DAX in Germany is down 0.1%. So a mixed picture in Europe this morning. Looking at Tokyo, we're up 0.7% there. The Hang Seng pushing higher, up 1.5%, and the Shanghai Composite looking stronger as well, holding on to that medium-term bull trend and looking like breaking back into the short-term bullish mode. The Sensex in India up 0.75%, so looking stronger there, and the Aussie market down very slightly. We'll take a look at the energy mix in a minute. Soft commodities, we've got sugar up 0.25% this morning. Wheat is down slightly, and corn is also down 0.75%. But the long-term trends on these softs is quite amazing. Gold holding the $1,800 level, still holding on to that short-term bullish level. Silver is edging higher, back above the $26 mark and back into short-term bullish territory. Precious metals looking pretty strong. Platinum looking pretty steady at the moment, short-term bullish there as well, and palladium is down 0.5%, but overall has recovered after that big fall that we saw a few weeks ago. Copper higher at 30% higher, and US 10-year yields pushing back into the mid-high 130s. It's back to short-term bullish there. That 125 level that we touched is critical, and we've got a target to 146 if we go higher. But quite a big pullback over the last few weeks in bond yields. But the fact is, we still remain bullish on the short-term, on the long-term chart. Taking a look at the weekly energy mix, we've got Brent crude up first. Quite interesting. We're back to mid-70s, recovery back into bullish territory here. 96.41 is still the target that we're looking to long term. This is the daily 60-minute and 1-minute charts. We do have a downside target not activated with quite good support. Not clear that we've got strong upside targets, so it's quite an interesting picture there. WTI, similar picture. We do have targets 1.5% higher, and we're back into bullish territory, so pushing higher there. US nat gas sitting steady at $3.75. We've got quite a lot of upside targets here, $1 to $4.02. So quite interesting that we are seeing those upside targets on nat gas, and we've come back into bullish territory there as well. Coal is down 1%, but still looking very strong on the long-term trend there. And if we look at emissions, we're seeing here we're low as well. So UK emissions looking quite interesting there. Taking a look at the Gas markets were down 1% there on MBP and on TTF. And German power up very slightly this morning. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.